Hi, good morning. It's Lori Donahue, and I am here this morning because I would like to explain some things. I want to clear up some confusion, and it's totally understandable that there is confusion because we just changed our name. Why would we change our name? And I want to explain it all to you. We have been in the past Virtual Author Day, and Virtual Author Day was great because it explained what our original emphasis was, and that was to give kids, Christian authors primarily, a platform to talk to you, for you to see them, for you to engage, and it was just a great idea. But I have realized over the past few months, or actually a couple years, because Virtual Author Day began to brew in my mind a couple years ago, but I have learned over the last several months that there is a bigger, much bigger problem here than just exposing authors to parents and kids. And as you know, Virtual Author Day gave kids a reading where they read part of their book, gave a message to help grow the kids in some aspect of faith and character, gave worksheets so kids could work on the worksheets that were compatible with the books, and I did an interview with them, and that was it was just a great opportunity for people to get to know authors and learn more about them and hear their message, and it was fabulous. But I began to realize that what kids really need is more than that, and what parents need is more than that. It began to unfold that there were more needs for parents to help grow their kids in faith and character. Just hearing an author was great, but there was just a deeper need for questions to be answered, for more communication, for a community where we can all share our struggles and our wins, and there just needed to be more, and more for the benefit of our kids, because I began to see that the growth in kids, well, I've always known that, but I began to see that how I can help is a long-term relationship with you as parents, as grandparents, as teachers, as aunts and uncles, as whoever cares for kids. So I began to realize, wow, this need is really deeper and greater than what I was offering. So you probably noticed that we began to transition, and we transitioned into growing your kids in faith and character, which has been just so exciting. But then people would say, well, what does Virtual Author Day have to do with growing your kids in faith and character? It just didn't match up. So we have changed the name from Virtual Author Day to KidStrength4Life. KidStrength4Life explains more of what we're doing, and I'd like to just unpack it for just a minute. Kids growing in faith and character is our central focus, and you will see that all throughout every aspect of KidStrength4Life. It's a membership experience through a site that is primarily for parents. However, we speak to kids too, and we still bring on authors. We still bring on messages and worksheets and all those things that we had before. They are still there. That has not changed, and that is for the kids. So we ask our authors to speak to the kids, speak directly to the kids, and so the kids can experience the author and their messages. So that is still very present. We have also incorporated for parents growth tools, learning, opportunity to share, opportunity to link arms with one another. Parenting is a tough business, if you haven't noticed. It is extremely challenging sometimes, and we need one another. We need to link arms. We need to be strong with one another. So that is what Kids Strength is and does. So we are for the kids, and we're for the parents, and for the parents to help the kids. So it's sort of a family thing. It's not just for one or the other. It's for your whole family to grow in your kids, to grow your kids in strength and character. And quite honestly, along the road, you might find you're growing a little bit too. That's what happened to me when I was raising our 4 daughters. So let me go through the name a little bit. Kid Strength. Okay, kids are our central focus. We do it through building kids and building parents into strong parenting techniques and tips and things. So we're all about kids, and we're all about kids' strength. And that is, we need to grow our kids strong. And there are 4 ways we want to grow our kids. We want to grow them emotionally, so they're mature, so they can handle things. We want to grow them spiritually. That is the foundation of where their strength is going to come from. We want to grow them physically. That's important for their bodies to be strong. And we want to grow them mentally, which is plenty important too. So we're going to grow our kids in all these areas. And we're going to do it through multiple avenues, not just authors, but we have 4 or 5 different avenues that we're going to be growing our kids through, and I'm going to be there with you right alongside, and so is everybody else in the community. We're going to do it together, which is just really fun. Life, Kid Strength. So 4, we've got 4. You can just remember 4, even though 4 means really it's for life, but it also, we do it through 4 ways: emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally. And for life. So what does that mean? Sometimes we think of spiritual as just being eternal life. Sometimes we think of life being, what am I going to do right now at the moment? And sometimes we think, how are my kids going to be growing into adulthood and leaving a legacy for their kids and all others that they impact. So it's actually all of them. We are building kids for life. We're building kids now. What do you do with the situation right now when your daughter's screaming, you're out of control, she's out of control? How do I handle this? What do I do in these situations when our strong-willed kids or our passive kids, they were strong-willed, we're trying to get it control. Passive, we're trying to get them to be strong. What do we do? What are the specific things that we can do? We want to speak to that. We want to speak to the long-term building of character. It doesn't happen overnight. Our character builds through multiple layers of experiences and things that happen in our lives and things that happen to us, things that we do, things that how we respond. We learn how to respond to things that happen in our lives. So this is a growth, and this will. I'm not done growing. I am still growing at my ripe old age. I am still growing. I'm still learning. And we will never stop learning. We'll never stop growing. So we want to give you tools to continue that growth process in your kids. So life is none of those things, these things specifically, but they're all of these things. There is everyday moments now. Every day we go to bed at night. How could I have done this differently tomorrow? We don't beat ourselves up. We don't spend a lot of time agonizing over mistakes that we made. We learn from them and we grow on. And then we build our kids all throughout their lives. There's different things that we do at different stages of lives. And then, of course, life forever is so important because we want to build our kids spiritually, and that is of the ultimate importance, and that they share this gift of life that they've been given. The gift of life that they've been given, they share it with other kids and other people, and they just become just beautiful human beings. So that is where the name comes from. We do it as, if you go to the website, KidStrength4Life.com, https:// first, you will see there we do it through 5 pillars of content. We have broken down our content into 5 different core values. And I'm not going to share those now because I'll either share them again or you've heard them in the past. But these 5 different core values is how we break down our content. So all the things that we do will fit into one of those values, and we will continue to grow and deal with things on a regular basis. And we do it through multiple avenues, and you've probably heard that, and I'm not going to go into that now. I might do it on another video if you want to hear more about that. And so we're going to do many ways. We aren't going to just come and it's not going to just be me talking. It's not just going to be just authors. It's not going to be just community. It's going to be everything all together. And we're going to be very, very intentional to raise our kids to have faith and character. So they, at the end of their life, the Lord will say, well done, good and faithful servant. And the Lord will say to you, well done, good and faithful servant. So that just gives an overview of what we're doing and why the change. And I just want to help clarify a little bit and unconfuse if there's any confusion, and to just give you a little more insight into what we're doing and now how this new name, KidStrength4Life, will aid you along your road and along your journey of raising your kids. So thanks for listening. Talk to you soon. Bye.